Hello, Melody.
Hello? I see it. Okay, now click into the document, make sure you can read it, and click on every link that's in there before you leave.
Can you hear me, Mr. Tyler?
Rush, I'm in two classes. Melody, I'm sorry, dear. I did hear you. I'm in two classes. I'm trying to help Lane out. Today's asynchronous. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, today's async. Are you feeling better or no?
yeah, I'm about 70%.
Okay, so all the students got to do is work on their labs. Lab 4 and 5 is what's due today. So let me put that screen up. And Mel, that's all you got to focus on. Did you get further with your kit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you might want to have it set up so you can do today's quiz. Do you have the links to get to the quiz, like the lab 1, 2, 3, and 4?
No, you gotta send it to me.
Okay, you can put it in the chat again. All right, we're gonna go through our norms in about 2 more minutes. I'm gonna find that link for you. Okay, all right. So where are we at? 9:04. I didn't get the link yet. I said I'm in two classes. Okay, so well, I don't need to set this because it's already time. All right, so Melody, you're the only one here. I gotta lock attendance real quick. All right. And Melody, can you see my screen at all or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to just read the 5 basic norms and I'll take care of the other 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No one
Right.
has tried to add another person education in the classroom or sacred. We will never behave in a way that we discredit ourselves, our school, and our family. In Excel Academy itself, for the students always act with integrity. We take pride in Excel Academy at Southwest.
Okay. Thank you, Melody. All right. So the 5 academic norms: we respect opinions of others, we respect the culture of the classroom, we are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors. All right. Now, the link you need, I want you to go to ESB, Melody, and you see this link here, it says code next.
Yeah.
You're going to copy that and try to put it into um, your browser. You can right click like I did and open it up, and there it is. Okay. Welcome to class, Mr. Carson. Mark your
Hey,
present. All right. So take a moment, everybody, look in SB and try to get started. I'm kind of supporting 2 classes, my class and Miss Lane. So if you got questions on the quiz, let me know. But if you have demonstrations, you can show those too. It might be easier on you. Okay.
Okay, so listen. Um,
Wait, we doing this on our Raspberry Pis?
Yes, sir, you are. And if you don't have the Sense Hat working, you can try to make it work on the simulator or the Sense Hat's emulator. All right. Let me come back over here and check on this. Make sure this attendance is locked. Okay, I was just checking on them. How's everybody in here doing? Um, did you use the link that did you find the link that I gave you, Mel?
Hello? Hello? Can you all hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so Jayla, did you post the link in the chat?
Okay, I gotta turn that off.
Okay, so everyone, please click on that.
There we go. All right, back to you guys. Let's see here. Let me just post it here in case she didn't get it. You guys can click on it. So most students, they've already done it. I can post a video of yesterday's 5th period class so you see what it's supposed to do. Or you can try to work towards getting it to do it, or you could use what is called the Sense Hat emulator. That is a new technique I want to teach you about to make life easier on you. It's how to log into your Raspberry Pi from a different computer. So I'm going to post a video. I want you to do those steps when you get a chance. You can do it now or you can do it later on. But if you look here, you'll see that I'm logged into my Raspberry Pi. And I told you guys before, if you can see my screen, Carson, you there? Because I wanted to make sure you saw this.
Yeah.
So I'm logged in on my laptop to my Raspberry Pi. And remember I was telling you, just to help you out, to do Sense Hat emulator programs, you can click on the Raspberry, go to the Sense Hat emulator, right? And this little device down here will pop up. I already had it opened it, forgot about it. So you want to have these side by side when you're running your programs, Carson, in case you can't, you get frustrated, you can't get the Sense Hat going. You still can do this because I tested it out. Let me go to load because I made a sample file. And this is Bestiary, the original file I gave you. I made a new one called Bestiary EMU. And here's why it's called that. Because you see here, all I did is replace this. All right. Now I'm going to, in a moment, try to upload this and send it to you in ESB. I want you to try it out and see if it works on your end. Okay. But that's all you got to do. Once you get that started, make sure this is written this way for each file you're testing on the simulator. So if I hit run, you'll notice that it does nothing, right? So I got to hit stop because you see here, my code on my Sense Hat is still going. So I'm going to stop. And then you'll see the Sense Hat freeze. Hit run. This new code, make sure you select this one. And there you go. And you see what it does on the emulator, right? So you can do this even if your Sense Hat is not working. Let me check on them. Sync Kyra Light 2. All right. No, I was just taking attendance, dear. It's okay. All right, guys. So sorry about that. Taking attendance for 2 classes. So what I was saying, Carson, is I'm gonna send you this file. Make sure I'm muted in a classroom. I am. Okay, I'll just sit around. Let me do this because I want to send it to Esby. Can I do it this way? And I'm gonna send you a video, Mr. Carson, on how to set up Vnc Viewer from your laptop if you want to do all this. It's a small video. Actually, it's 2 videos. One with my son doing it, but I'm sending you the other video first. And I think I sent it to staff too on how to do this. So what you do is, Mr. Tyler, you want to come here, and I'll plug this file in for you right in the quiz area. Okay, Carson? So I think everybody else might want to test it out that way too. So this is today's assignment. Right. And let's see here. One second, you guys. Yes, Mr. Overdeck. Oh, hold on, Overdeck. Hold on. I'm so sorry, Carson. I was trying to help Overdeck out. What was your question?
I was just gonna say only 2 of the files you sent me yesterday were.
Well, you said 2 of them.
Yeah, it's the hello one and the welcome one.
The what?
Welcome, like it said. Hold on. The one that says. We've talked about this before. You've talked about this. Welcome.py.
Okay, so you went to GitHub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just scroll down here. So try out this emulator file and see if that works for me. I gotta put it in there for you. All right, we're going to save. All right, see if that file in NSB that I just put there works just with your SenseHat emulator, not the SenseHat. Okay. So that's the one. Then there's the video on how to connect to your Raspberry Pi via another computer, right? So what we want to do is, let me come over here. Hey, Eli. What we want to do is, here we do attendance again. There we go. Make sure I save that. They discussed that. So now what we want to do is make sure, where are we at?
I don't think it posted.
You said what?
I don't think it posted.
What, the file?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta recycle your screen. Did you do that? Let me check real quick in NSB for you. Let's see here. I gotta resize this. That's my VNC screen, so I can control my Raspberry Pi. And this is my NSB on my computer. Let's take a look at what's inside. Yeah, dude, it's there.
Where am I supposed to be looking for that?
Okay, so did you go through the quiz? It says right here, Raspberry Pi 400 kit lab 4 through 5.
Oh, why I see it was posted 11 hours ago.
Oh, okay. You say you don't see it, or you do?
I see it, but okay. Now, which link am I looking for?
Not a link, a file. It's you see the bestiary EMU. Okay. No.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so you're gonna need that file and test it out and see if your emulator works.
Okay.
And if your emulator works, that means you can emulate the rest of those and then change it so it works, so you can send the code back. And then we'll work on getting you another SenseHat next week. Where am I at? I was going to tell everybody about the VNC, how to log in. Like right, this screen here, I am on my Raspberry Pi right now. And I was trying to show people who don't know how to do this quiz, how to do it. So case in point, in EDSB, I logged into EDSB on my Raspberry Pi. And if I scroll down, you know, that's to the Townhouse link and everything. But here, make sure you log in on your Raspberry Pi for this, is the link for Code Next, the curriculum you got to use for your labs. So I right click on it, I can go straight to the website if you know how to use a mouse. And these are the labs. Now, I prefer you to do it all on your laptop, all on your Raspberry Pi. But if you don't want to do that, and I know some people don't have the screens, I was thinking about this, you can use what's called Vnc Viewer and log right in from a computer. Heck, I've even done it on my cell phone last night. That was pretty cool. I was like laying in my bed, setting up my classes, and I wasn't sitting at the desk. That was pretty cool. So Vnc Viewer allows, and it has a little icon like this in the corner, allows you guys to connect to multiple computers if they have the app installed, and it's free. So I was telling you to follow the steps to do your labs, and 4 and 5 are due today for the quiz. You still got until Sunday to finish labs 1, 2, and 3. Now, as I was telling Carson a moment ago, if you don't know how to get your SenseHat working and you at least have your Raspberry Pi set up, you can still test things out. So the way you do that is, and I'm going to go through this slowly, because I know a lot of people besides Carson need to do this, because people can't keep using this, the excuse, I don't have my kit, or it's not all the way done. Well, if you have it set up, just the Raspberry Pi, and you installed everything correctly, you should have all of these different applications. And the one I use is SenseHat Emulator. That's this part. Now, you could also test it out on other codes. They have simple for humidity, temperature, and then bar graph. Let's see what bar graph does. So you select it, And you notice it comes right over here to your editor. You hit stop, remember, and run. And now you'll see this is what the code does. And this is what it will do if you get your SenseHat running. Okay? Does everybody see what I'm doing or no? How to make this more easier for people. Hey, Alika, let me mark her present.
Hey, Mr. Tyler. You make that thing
no.
pop up. The SenseHat thing, the one.
Emulator.
Yeah.
So
I
again,
Raspberry Pi thing and the emulator thing on the side.
you click on the Raspberry Pi. See what I did?
Mm-hmm.
Come down into programming. And if you come all the way down, you have something called the SenseHat emulator. See it?
Yeah.
Once you click on that, this will open. Now, you can test out things that it has for sample code for you here. But your files you have to test are inside lab 4 and 5. That's your quiz today. Now, 1, 2, and 3 are still due. And you look on ESB and there are assignment places for each code that you have to test and make work. So go through the labs, try to get the codes at least, and test them out. Now, here's the thing. Some people have their SenseHats working. Let me grab a link to show you what it's supposed to look like if you get it going. A couple of people like Courtney Dixon and others in 5th period, they just took off with it. Where's my YouTube links? Here we go. So I'm gonna put a video in here for you guys to review. And then there's also gonna be a video on how to set up VNC. So VNC is how I'm logged into my Raspberry Pi from a distance. Like it's right behind me. I don't have to turn around. I'm doing this all from my laptop right now. So here we go. Now these are students you guys know, so reach out to them. I don't know why y'all don't talk to each other. And try to find out what they did to get theirs going. Probably can show you some things. So that's the video of yesterday's class for 5th period robotics. 1 second, guys.
That didn't. I'm not. I think that worked because the emulator started doing colors and stuff, but nothing popped up in the shell. So I guess I have no errors now.
So the emulator did work, is what you're saying.
Yeah, with the big series EMU.
Now, do you see how I fixed the file to make it work on the emulator instead of the SenseHat?
Yeah.
So it's this line here is all I changed to do it. That's all I did. This part here, I think. So what you want to get used to, you see it says sense_emu the way I did it, import SenseHat. That's what you change in those lab files they give you on the curriculum. So the next one you need to test out, you got bestiary working. The next big thing, Carson, if you can figure it out, because that was a lab 2 you was trying to do, is how to do 4 and 5 today. And then come back and try to finish up bestiary. With bestiary, you had to put your name in there. You had to put your last name and first name in there. And then the word of the day, I don't remember what it was, but just work on putting your names in there. If you can do that now, fine. It is tricky, so you got to play with the code and get it right before it works. So test out that before you send it to me, the updated file you make. And then 4 and 5, you got till 8 p.m. to try to simulate it and make it work, and just follow the instructions in ESB and what you got to do to modify the code. All right. So VNC.
I think I'm gonna be able to do.
Question? What was your question, Carson?
No, I was saying I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this
You don't think you'll be able to do it? Why?
because it's frustrating. It's too much.
Okay, well, maybe we got to sit down, me, you, and your parent, and figure it out. But we got to do it because, honestly, they want us to do more trade skill stuff with you guys. So this is the basics of trying to, maintain a job.
This stuff is a lot. I took down my Raspberry Pi because I went to Kankakee yesterday.
You said
but
what?
I'm back out here. I said I had took down my Raspberry Pi because I had went to Kankakee yesterday, but I had came back to the city because today my uncle body viewing and tomorrow his funeral.
I hear you. I hear you. And I got a lot of funerals I had to attend, and a lot of people. Yeah, I hear you guys, but being honest, right now we're just trying to make sure you guys pass. And so far, if I keep doing with the coding, some students will be okay with just the coding, but then that's not the whole of computer science. So I'll be handicapping you if I let you do the easy stuff all the way through the quarter, and I don't frustrate you, which means you're forced to learn now. So what was easy is not going to be easy, like dealing with deaths in the family or dealing with. Did you guys see what happened in the news? Like, I still got to keep a clear head and help you guys out during this trying time. And I'm just asking for you guys to have the same. Can't throw in the towel yet. We got to keep moving forward. So take some time. The assignment's still due to 8. What I would say is VNC would make it easier for you to log in your computer. And also check out, what was it? Let me give you this. So the VNC link is, let me get that for you first. Dang it, what is this? And you guys got support from other students that are getting the hang of it. So I know. It's a lot going on, but we got to try to focus on the positive. And that's like getting you guys across the finish line, in my opinion. Where's this at? There it is. Come here, you.
Hi, my name is Caroline.
There we go. So this is an 8-minute video in case you want to set it up. The video I gave before was yesterday's class. So yesterday's class, right? That's robotics. And then this is how to set up that allows you to log in. And I want you guys to take some time and do that because I think that'll help when you guys need me to troubleshoot things with you. Can't really troubleshoot it if you don't know how to share, right? So this is really cool because, in my opinion, if you check that video out when you get a chance and do it when you get a chance, you'll be able to be on your laptop. Say, for instance, like for example, Alika's situation. She goes to Kankakee, right? And she has her cell phone, or she has her laptop, whichever one, and she has VNC Viewer set up, right? She can, in some ways, if we set it up correctly, log in to her computer through the internet. Now, that's an even tougher video. This is only, the setup now is set up for local area network, meaning you're in the same network. But there are ways to make it connect across channels or across internet services to connect from long distances. So just something to think about. What is this? Okay, that's the recording of class. All right. So today's a quiz for real. So the thing you're going to focus on today, let me resize this, is labs, where we at? Labs 4 and 5. And if you're confused on how to do it, even if you don't have your syntax working yet, and I showed you yesterday's video of robotics 5th period, do you see them? They got theirs lit up and they're changing it up. I think if anything, y'all should try to reach out to Courtney Dixon tonight, and maybe he can help you further along with it. I'm forcing you guys to talk to each other basically in all classes. So you have Raspberry moves. If you click on that, that is for quiz today, right? So you got to go through this, and then if you notice, bestiary file is used here. So I was trying to get you to focus on it. So part of your quiz is already done, right? PDF, it tells you what to do. So you got the next one you got to do is raspberrymon.py, and then you got to also do bestiary. But bestiary is done because I gave it to you guys first. And you just go through all these steps to make sure it's working correctly. The other part is lab 5. And you can use the trinkets program for this if you don't have your sense. I kind of prepped y'all. Like I've been saying, trinket. Now y'all see why. It's Friday, right? In lab 5, There's really no excuses. You guys just got to use the online trinket program. So I would do 5 if you don't have your kit set up on your computer real quick. But I've been trying to get you to practice trinket too, if you notice, since before you had the kit. All right, so I'm going to give you guys about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'm going to check on you, see how far you've made it. So you have time to focus on the quiz. This is my gradual release part. The word of the day, if you type it into, or you program it into your Synsat or your emulator, because you know they're the same. Once you send me the code, I can try it on both emulator or Synsat. Either way. So the word is superfluous. All right. And then let me put it in the chat so you guys have it. If you program most of Lab 4 and 5 to have superfluous go across the Synsat, along with whatever, you know, the rest of the coding is, that's an extra 25 points. So let me tell you what that is.
So we doing lab 4 and 5 on the Thani.
Yes. And you want to try to change your code because you said your Synsat is not working, right? So each one of those, change it to the emu, like I showed you over here. Let me go back. I'm sorry, who is this? All right. So if you see on my screen, this is that was the trinket that you would probably have to work on. And then over here, you have my VNC. This is the video I put in there, right? Yeah. So I'm connected to my Raspberry Pi, and you guys see what I'm doing, right? So for a Carson situation, so we can either figure out what's wrong with the Synsat or get him another one, you want to have the Synsat open as an emulator. And to change that, I sent him a file a moment ago, and I also put this file in the lab so you guys can test it out for yourself. So I kind of did some of the work for you, huh? So you got to change the bestiary file to not Synsat, not sent underscore hat import Synsat, but sense underscore emu there. If you can see that, this line right here. Now, if you do it the way I did it, you'll run the program. Oh, I got to stop it, right? There we go. There we go. Sorry. And then we run a program, and this is what you're supposed to see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. All right. Now, this is an event you don't have the Synsat operating yet. You still can do this, test out your code, and make it do things. So when you see it come across this way, it should not say Cody. It should say, for instance, Carson. And then the next one should say, I'm sorry, it should say Taekwon, right? Then it should say Carson right after the next character. Okay, so that's in essence what he would have to do. If you have your Synsat running, it'd be nice for you to demonstrate it. But look, Tyler, and it lights up and shows me the same thing you see on the emulator. So again, this is about critical thinking and taking your time. All right, most people they can't stick with it with something because they get frustrated, and then I don't know. Life teaches you that you gotta do better with that. This is all about critical thinking 101. 20 minutes, right? I think I talked about everything. There's, where is it? Where's my clock at? I gotta reset this. Yes, ma'am. I can't hear you, dear. What you say?
I'm setting on my Raspberry Pi.
Okay. You got 20 minutes to get it all set up and do what you gotta do. Let me get this stopwatch going though. I'm here. I'm just checking on other classes. If you got questions, let me know. I can't give you the answers, but I can give you hints and links. It's up to you guys to finish it. And remember, only 4 and 5 are submitted into today's quiz today. So that's a trinket program that they're talking about finished up. And also 4, which is the B straight file finished up. And I think it was one more, the recipe mon or something. It's in lab 4. Labs 1, 2, and 3, you can get those done before Sunday and still get full credit. But it depends on how fast you can get these kits going. All right. Everything is worth double. So remember, this quiz is ×2 as well. So do your best.
I got my Raspberry Pi
Okay. All right. Do you have the was it the Code Next link to start the labs?
But I had completely shut it down.
Okay. So you want me to put the links in there for you again? Would that help?
Hold on.
You probably need to get. Are you in the room with your kit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking. All right. So Alika, here it is. What you got to do again. Let me copy this. All right. And this is basically how the B straight file would look on your Syntat from yesterday's class in 5th period, robotics students. You guys got an idea of what you're shooting for. All right.
None of these files work for me, so how am I supposed to do this?
Mr. Tyler.
Okay.
Hi.
Carson, the files do work. It's just you're not doing something right. I want you to take your time and see what you're doing wrong.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, ma'am.
My Raspberry Pi won't cut on. Oh, there it go. Okay, there it go.
Yeah. The files do work. A lot of people are getting it right, Carson. You got to take your time and figure it out. This is not something you can run through quickly. If it's giving you an error message, as I told staff, you're not doing something right. All right, let's see here. Malika, what was your question? Did you need me to send you the something else or?
Cuddy, he talking to you. I know, I'm making a little bottle.
Okay, all right. That's what I probably didn't hear. All right.
Oh, I was trying to make my baby a bottle before she wake up, but I'm gonna play my Raspberry Pi, and then I'll probably get the links. Then I can go to it.
Okay. So just focus on getting labs 4 and 5 working again. All right. Yeah, I'm tested it on my kid, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I ironcladded it because you was telling me about issues and
But
even the.
a Python,
No, I was talking about, huh?
a Python file saved on my thing.
Right. See, yeah. So if you're using your kit, then you could type the Python. You could put the start the Python files up as is. But if you don't have your kit, you're gonna have to recode I think the first line of any file you use, like I was explaining to him, carefully, and run the code. Now, I hate to say it, if I'm running it from my system as is. And I just took the bestiary file and, like I said, changed it the way I changed it. It works. So there's a disconnect. You got to go through your updates. Maybe there's some things, and you can send me the error messages because it showed me last time where you made some issues, but you got to take your time and do it right. In fact, if everybody tests this SenseHat emulator out and the same code works. So if you take, for instance, just to give you a little bit of help, where's that at? Let's take a different file. I'm gonna go to my folders. You guys can see what I'm doing. And what I did is I put all my files in my documents so I could just have a whole list of documents, if you can see what I'm doing. And first thing I did is I made sure I logged into ESB. I'll show you again exactly what I did. No issue. And for instance, I told you guys to use the GitHub repository. That's yesterday's video, and I got that here for you. So I click on this, and everybody could do this, right? Just got to make sure you do it correctly. The first one is from SenseHat, from sense_hat import SenseHat. That's how the file comes. So if you just take the file and throw it in there, it probably won't work. But each file does need to be re-edited if you don't have your SenseHat working. So here is, where is it? Stage 1. You'll find a few of these files you can use. But each one, again, just to remind you guys, is not plug and play. You got to take your time and replace SenseHat with EMU. I'm gonna keep saying that, but I don't know. Maybe it's gonna take you time to sit there and calmly, like a video game, because I know a lot of us have things, and do it. Not just speed through it. If you speed through it, the computer's gonna tell you you're doing something wrong. All right, so that's where the files are. I'm gonna put that link in the chat too for you guys. There we go. Let me go back one. Okay, here we go. Academy. There we go. So this is the link you need. And I put this, like I said, into ESB, but maybe you know how to move around the link. That's all of the files. So you got like a cheat sheet that, I don't know, 1,000 engineers use. Sorry, dude, their code's not wrong. And if you follow the code next curriculum, they'll tell you which files that you need to download and carefully alter, because you don't have your hack on, to make it work on your emulator. That's it.
Mr. Tyler. Mr. Tyler.
Oh, you're echoing. Okay, what happened there? Oh, you're in the room twice. I was helping Overdyke with class. You're in here twice. Nice. You got it going. All right, now, did you get the GitHub commands? The where I got the codes from?
Oh Lord.
You got to figure out how to mute one of those. Okay. Okay, so you connected to the TV again? I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So you probably need to turn the sound off on the what is it? You're on your phone? Is that what you're on?
Yes.
Right. So you need to mute your phone and turn your phone's volume down. That's why you're echoing. You can leave the camera running, and then you can unmute on the Raspberry Pi if you choose to, and turn your TV's volume up. So you can't have volume going on both TVs. Is what you get an echo from. So you got to mute both and turn off the volume on one. All right, and I'll put this link for GitHub in the chat for you again, because that's where all the codes come from. I was telling a lot of you guys, just go there and grab the codes. Oh, let me turn this off. Oh, goodness, where is it at? Found you. Shush. Okay, so let's see here. Garbage in there. Okay. So if you go here, I can come to, you see this part that says green for code, everybody? You can click on that and hit download zip file if you're on your Raspberry Pi. It'll pull all the same codes I gave you down. And you can use them, but you might want to put them on your desktop because they're in a zip file. I think it opens up quite okay the same. So let me go to test out one of them. I'm going to go to stage 1. We go to Raspberry Pi. I'm going to welcome. Or no, let's try something new. So what about makeover? All right, I can right click on it and open with. And say, what do you want to open it with, Mr. Tyler? This is showing you different ways you can do it. So I'm going to go down to Thani and open it. And lo and behold, there it is, right? So now, all I got to do is stop whatever I was doing. Make sure you stop it. Synset. And then I'm going to play it. But it's not going to go on the emulator. So for the emulator, I'll have to do what? To come over here and change this to EMU. Now let's run it. That's all I did. Like, I don't see where people are having trouble. So now to turn it back to the hat, I just type hat. Run that. So you notice it didn't come over here, but I'm looking, and behind me, let's move this out the way so you can see what's on the camera. You'll see that it's running, all right? So let me do this, and there we go. That's a lot better. So now you see my screen. Let me come and bring my screen over here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's see if that does it. Now you guys see what I'm doing. And on this screen, you'll notice it's running a new code other than bestiary. All right. So you see the little guy with he's like a little block. That's how you know you got it. And students in 5th period did this one before they left. So
The steps to making it light up. It's on the YouTube video.
okay. So what was you saying, Alika?
I don't got the. Can you available to chat?
You want me to open up the chat for you? Is what you're saying?
Can I
Yeah, because
leave?
this echo is so irritating.
All right, there you go. All right, you got to figure out what the echo is. Yeah, I think again, you still have too many devices with volume on. So if you have the TV with its volume all the way up, and you have your phone with the volume up, you're gonna get an echo. Plus, if you have two microphones going, you're gonna get echo. So you got to keep just one of them on, not two. All right. So I don't know if you guys understood, but I was showing you my VNC viewer and what to expect, right? Again, you can go to GitHub and put what you need in the chat. Not in the chat, but click it and then come out of the chat and it'll take you straight to GitHub's library. Okay, so bring this over here. There we go. So now I was showing you this, and that's my screen, so you don't need to see that. He's doing this. There we go. And the reason it's zooming in is because I was showing you Donnie. There we go. So that's in essence all you have to do. You can download the code from GitHub like I just did. And this is where you get it from. Right? And if you code, download zip, all the same files I've been telling you to use will be pulled down to your Raspberry Pi, and then you can test them out for the rest of the quarter. So I'd really encourage you to take your time and try to make it work. There's also all sorts of YouTube videos on how to get it going that I supplied you with, and the user guide. Go through. I know some people said, you know, they have synset issues, but sometimes maybe not all the updates aren't there. But that's literally all I'm doing to make the codes come up on the synset or the emulator. Okay, let's move this over. All right. Now, where are we at? I had to check on Mr. Oberdijk. Are we close to share out time? It's already 10, y'all. It's time to go. So work on it, but it's 10:03. Class is over with. So you got till 8 to finish your quiz, but try to, you know, do the steps I talked about.